Hello there. Come and get comfortable, because this is a quiet story, and it's one that you can listen to while the day settles down. This is the story of the knock that only came twice. There was a house at the edge of the village. It was where the lane narrowed and hedges leaned close together, like they were keeping a secret. It wasn't a lonely house. People lived there and had families and children. Ordinary days that ended in ordinary nights. But everyone who stayed there long enough noticed the same thing. Sometimes, after the lamps were low and the house had gone quiet, there was a knock. It wasn't during the day, and it wasn't when visitors were expected. Only at night, when the rooms were still and the house was ready for sleep. And it never came more than twice. The first knock was gentle, not loud, not sudden. It was just enough to be heard. The second knock came a moment later, careful, unhurried, as if whoever made it knew there was no rush. Then nothing. No banging, no rattling door, just the quiet again, sliding softly back into place. The first time it happened, people listened. They waited. And when nothing else followed, they decided it was nothing to worry about. A branch brushing the tree, the house settling into the night. And they went back to bed. Weeks later, it happened again. It was always the same. 2 knocks. Never more. And after a while, those who lived there learned something important. That the knock never meant trouble. It never asked for anything. It didn't come when voices were loud. It didn't come when the lights were bright. Only when the house was calm, and only when the day was done. An old woman once said, it wasn't someone knocking at all. It was the house checking that everything was settled. 2 knocks. One to ask if the doors were closed, and one to ask if the lights were low, if the rooms were quiet and the house was warm and the night could begin. The knocking stopped. So, if you ever hear it, just once, then once again, you don't need to get up. You don't need to be afraid. It only means the house is getting ready to sleep. And once it knows that all is well, the silence returns and stays. And that's the end of the story. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that this helps your nights feel a little quieter. So until next time, rest easy.